Good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining me. Happy to have you here with us. If you're watching us live, if you're watching us later, I want to begin with something simple, something small, and something that's almost been forgotten in our world. And this is going to be a nice little piece of bonus content for you all to enjoy, because this is a topic that I ordinarily wouldn't discuss on my Wake Up America show. But it's a concept that I think would be really helpful to more people if people would pay attention and learn from some of the great masters of Japanese karate, their principles and their philosophy, which can be useful and potentially you could apply it to your own life. This is the lost art of the bow. It's a simple gesture of respect, of humility, of readiness, of acknowledgement. When I bow in Japanese karate, I'm not submitting. I'm not yielding. I'm showing that I respect the ground that I walk on, the opponent I face, the lesson that I'm about to learn, and the one I'm about to teach. And I'm also telling the world that I do not act in anger or in vanity. I act with discipline. I bow down because I am on the path of self-mastery. It's a concept that I like to talk about frequently. Self-mastery. And I tell the world, this is who I am, and this is the way that I behave. The idea is called in Japanese reiji, which is the Japanese word for etiquette and courtesy. In karate, we just say the word rei. This is at the heart of karate. It's more than about how we move our bodies. It's about how we live our lives. And I fear in the modern world that we have lost our sense of respect, of intentionality, of dignity. People say things online that they would never say to someone's face, and even the things that you say to someone's face, you probably shouldn't say to someone's face. Respect, reiji. I've seen it in politics. I've seen it in business. Where is the dignity? I've seen it in our online discourse, of course. People no longer bow figuratively, literally, but they shout, they demand, they scorn, right? They bully, they don't listen. They don't attune themselves to another human being. We're very isolated. We treat each other, instead of fellow Americans or fellow travelers in pursuit of better character, but as enemies to dominate. But I've seen something else, and I'm glad that you're here with me tonight and I can share this with you, because I've seen children here in Jefferson City learning to bow. It's a fascinating study in psychology to watch a young person who has to adhere to a very strict set of rules if they want to enter a space, having to ask for permission to enter that space, and then from being totally devoted in that time and space. You're like, Austin, a lot of teachers do that. Yes. But a lot of teachers don't demand that they bow and respect and judge and put them in line. It's not like a drill instructor, but it is important to create a sense of respect in the dojo. Because ultimately, if you don't, then all you're showing is that you don't respect yourself. But I've seen kids learning to bow, and when they do, something magical happens. For a brief moment, they learn what it means to respect others and themselves. I say, you're doing this not just for me. You're not bowing to me because I'm a superior martial artist. You're bowing to everyone. You're bowing for yourself. We all are respecting each other. What's interesting too is the kids, they clean up after themselves. Some of them show up early to help. Some of them volunteer. They take responsibility for their minds, for their mouths, and for the movements and the things that they do. Reiji, it's not just a bow. It's the way you tie your belt. It's the way you sweep the floor after class. It's the way you wash your uniform. In Japan, in their public education system, they don't have janitors at the schools because guess who cleans up after playtime? The children clean up after playtime. This is rei. It's not just a bow. It's the way you sweep the floor. It's the way you wash your uniform, the way you shake hands, the way you treat your opponents with honor and your teachers with gratitude. In fact, the founder of my school of karate, Shotokan, Gichin Funakoshi, once said that the ultimate aim of karate lies not in victory or defeat, but in the perfection of character. And that quote stuck with me since the moment that I started my training. And it has followed me throughout my life, not just as a martial artist, but as a broadcaster, a husband, a teacher, and a leader in my community in Jefferson City, Missouri. I've had the privilege of serving as a sensei at the Jefferson City Parks and Recreation Department, teaching traditional Shotokan karate every Wednesday night. And I'll tell you, every time a child takes a bow on that mat, I see a little spark of something that our culture desperately needs: self-respect, discipline, and the quiet strength that comes from training, Not ranting, not running your mouth. They try and run their mouth. I'm like, shut up. Just say os. Just say os. And they say os. It's a beautiful thing to see, honestly, these kids learning some respect, knowing when to just shut up and train. All right. And I want to take the moment, too, to extend an invitation to anybody who's listening, who is interested in this. If your child wants to walk the path of karate, not just for self-defense or for self-improvement, for discipline training, behavior training, I welcome you. Join us on Wednesday nights. Register online with the Parks and Recreation Department at Jefferson City's. Free advertising for them, of course, but I just really enjoy it and love it and consider it a bit of a public service, a community service. And I would be honored to help your child begin that journey. And now let's pull the lens back a little bit. Let's look at the deeper history of this, because karate wasn't always taught in the open. In fact, for much of its early history in Okinawa, it was illegal. The Japanese Empire forbade it. So masters passed their knowledge on in secret late at night in quiet courtyards behind closed doors. Why? Because it was dangerous? Because it was rebellious? No, because it was empowering. Karate gave the individual power to defend himself, power to protect his family, power to walk with dignity. And when that power is in the power of the people, tyrants tremble. That's why I see such a deep practice or connection between the practice of karate and the philosophy of liberty. Liberty is not license. It's not chaos. Liberty is discipline in the hands of the individual. It's on an opportunity. Right? Liberty is the strength to say, I can defend myself. I can govern myself. Self-governance. I can respect others. And I demand that others respect me, not because I shout the loudest, but because I've earned it. In my view, karate and liberty are brothers. One is the physical manifestation of self-governance. The other is the political expression of the same. You cannot defend liberty without self-defense, and you cannot teach self-defense without also teaching self-restraint, self-discipline, self-respect. The black belts are not the most dangerous belt in the dojos. The white belts are, because they have no self-control. So why do I bow every day? Because I need a reminder. Personally, I have to start each day with humility and intention, because I want to be better than I was yesterday. Every day, I want to be better than I was the day before. And because I want to live in a country where we don't just demand our rights, we earn them through discipline. Because I believe that a man who cannot bow is not strong, he is weak. And the man who can bow and rise again with quiet purpose and strength, that man can change the world. Thank you. Yes. Hope you guys enjoyed this little conversation. Wouldn't I love to have many of you join us and on Wednesday nights? If you're ever in Jefferson City, I'd love to see you guys here with me. Come take a class. We teach children's classes at 5:30 to 6:30, and we'd love to have you be a guest. Join me in the studio. Don't worry, I'm not going to beat you up or punch you in the face. I won't hurt you hard. I'll hurt you a little bit, but it'll just be from get your body moving, get healthy, train. And learn a little bit about Japanese culture and history. I think that you guys would really love it. Space Plum asks, are you a libertarian? Answer, yes. Nice to have you here. Mr. Embry says, I did Shotokan Sedalia for a bit. Didn't like the teacher style. Not enough one-on-one. Well, we got nothing but one-on-one, buddy. It's a small class, so I'd love to see you there. And I just want to give a big shout out. All this free advertising for my karate dojo, but I just love it so much, and I love to share it with you. I don't talk about it a whole lot, so this is a chance. But if you do want to join us, please reach out to the Jefferson City Parks and Recs and sign up and come meet us at the adults class, children's class, 5:30 p.m. Wednesdays. Adults class, 6:30 p.m. Right after that is the adults. So bring your kids and then have them hang out after, and you take a good class and get all sweaty, and let's, love each other up. I mean, hit each other very hard. Thanks so much to Rumble, who makes live streams like this possible. Rumble is changing our world over here at the For Liberty Network. It really is. Even 22 people watching us on live on Rumble right now makes a big difference. Do you know why? Because the NFL is stepping in a big way to support Rumble. And Rumble supports me. If you're a football fanatic and you're ready for some primetime NFL action, boy, my buddy Mike Mosley is championing the bit. Dun-dun-dun, dun-dun-dun. Time to tune into Westwood One for all the gridiron glory that you're craving, from jaw-dropping touchdowns. There's a nip to the air, but man, is there a bite on the field. Don't miss a moment of the excitement. Catch every snap, every tackle, and every victory on Westwood One. You could listen to the NFL on the NFL app, sure, but you've also got the Westwood One Sports app. You've got WestwoodOneSports.com via Westwood One station streams. Or, hey, Alexa, open Westwood One Sports. If it's the NFL, it's on Westwood One. Who doesn't love the NFL? I do. I freaking love the NFL, I'll be honest with you. Best brand in America, and that is a fact. Everybody loves being associated with the NFL. I'm like, in some ways, I feel like a little small like connection perhaps to Taylor Swift in this way, you know, just secondary connection. Thanks, everybody. Hope you enjoyed this little discussion about why karate is Ray, why liberty is Ray. Respect others, but most importantly, respect yourself. Rare Camellia, Steffi P, Mr. Embry, T-Mail22, Space Plum. Who else hung out with us today? Laissez-faire, Drew Van Runkle. Sorry to interrupt Jeopardy. You are such a capitalist. Damn straight. Keep an eye out for more of these into a little bit of peek into my personal life. We'll see you guys right back again here tomorrow morning. Don't forget Culturama, 7 p.m. Central tonight, rumble.com. Culturama, the pineapples never stop on the For Liberty Network. See you guys.